Myself. My name is Daniel and I'm a short experienced language teacher in elementary school. I'm a short experienced teacher because I only have 5 years teaching English as a second language in elementary school. I have students from first grade to sixth grade in elementary school. So they are young children and pre-teenagers. So the main purpose of this video is to show you 3 different digital resources. The number one is called MES English. This is a wonderful website, and also I love this site because it was the first website that I used when I started practicing or training to be an English teacher. You can go to www.mesenglish.com. Immediately, the layout of the website is wonderful. As you can see, you have different sections. You have flashcards, you have worksheets, handouts, games, videos, and forums, and online resources. You can ignore some advertisements that they are not related to this website, but no problem, there is no big deal. So if you want to teach, for example, body parts or parts of the house, or vegetables or fruits, or simple vocabulary for teenagers or young children, you can choose in the headline, you can click the different vocabulary, and it has worksheets, it has handouts. They are wonderful, they are very motivating for the students, and you can use these resources in order to supplement the word and grammar exercise that are in your textbook. So in order to avoid exercise from the textbooks, you can supplement your textbook and your classes by using these wonderful resources on material that you can download from mesenglish.com. It is important to mention that this material is totally free, but some of them you need to pay to subscribe in order to pay a fee to download more resources. This is wonderful. However, the only problem that I had faced by using this website is that you need to have internet access in your class. Using technology has allowed teachers to find more resources and materials to apply in teaching. Thanks to technology such as websites like mesenglish.com, teachers may download and use visual resources to supplement their lesson. Textbook nowadays maybe is old-fashioned and sometimes not very interesting for a student. Just in some cases, I'm not generalizing. However, students may prefer seeing, listening, or manipulating more innovative resources. Teachers may use unlimited resources for all learning styles. For example, for students who are visual, flashcards, picture videos, word cards, wall charts are perfectly adequate for them. For auditory students, songs, chants, videos, phonetic audios, and drillings are appropriate for students. Additionally, for kinesthetic learners, bingo games, board games, TPR games, video games, memory games, song, choreographies, or role plays are very enjoyable for students and teachers as well. While in the past, teachers used to draw, cut, paint, or make their materials to teach lessons, now it is as easy as just click and download a flashcard or a board game in a better quality. This is one of the advantages of technology. Moreover, the use of electronic projectors allows students to watch media in a wider way. Technology has resulted effective to teach language to young children, which is my case. Because they have a short attention span, they cannot only be hearing my voice and seeing my presence. That is why students need something more interesting which raises their curiosity and needs, such as videos or songs, for indirectly they acquire my language. This statement is supported by Fernandez 2010 when mentioning the correct elaboration of a didactic design and the introduction of multimedia in classroom must be very well thought out, which is understood that every single piece of material should be an objective for teaching and also it should be well planned in order to be applying classes. Otherwise, teachers only are saturating materials that hardly ever would be implemented in. So digital resource that I use in my English classes is called Spelling Bee Genius. As you can see, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna zoom. As you can see, this application is very useful and it's very easy to use, and then fortunately is free. It is found in Android. Spelling Bee Genius is a wonderful application provided by Android, which also provides students a sense of autonomy and self-study. Through the use of Spelling Bee Genius, students find more easily the access to a new world full of opportunities to practice the language by their own and at home. Students freely can access to exercise online to improve the words practices in class. Students search and look for words to complete their learning process, and inclusive to solve special questions which were not very well clarified by teachers. Students develop a sense of study independently without need the teacher asks for by using this app called Spelling Bee Genius. This Spelling Bee Genius application is wonderful and is easy to use, as you are watching on this video. Time for playing Pokemon Go and time for learning English by using Pokemon Go. You see my Charmander, it looks very nice, and he is ready also for learning English as you want to do it. So, for example, by using Pokemon Go, students can practice a lot of vocabulary and a lot of many different words and many phrases in order to learn English. So, for example, by using Pokemon Go, students can describe colors, sizes, adjectives, physical appearances, emotions, and feelings. So, by the end of the lesson, students are able to express how a Pokemon is feeling. Charmander is orange color. Charmander has 2 green eyes. Charmander is 3 years old, and Charmander has a long tail with a piece of fire on the tail. Let's move on to the next one. Also, by using Pokemon Go, a student can practice modal verbs. So, for example, my Charmander can run very fast, but he cannot swim on the river. Students can practice these abilities or this information in a written form, such as in a writing skills, or students can practice oral skills by presenting an oral description of her or his Pokemon. For example, my Pokemon is 3 years old. He is orange color. He is very happy. He can run very fast, but he cannot swim on the river. According to Mark Warner, 2016, he wrote an article on a website about teaching idea. My Charmander went out. So I approached this video to tell you information about this game. This game was not made to help teachers to teach English. However, we as language teachers, we are very intelligent and we are able to adapt all kind of material, all kind of digital resources in order to put in a practice in our teaching context. So according to that author that students can write a short story about how to catch a new Pokemon. This is a very good environment and this is a very good context in order to motivate students to write something about they are loving or they are liking. So another suggestion from the author, which I consider very motivating, is order some different activities that Pokemon does in every single time of the day. For example, the Charmander eats breakfast in the morning. The Charmander go to school, just one example. Or my Charmander go to sleep at 11 o'clock. So there are a lot of resources, there are a lot of ideas to use Pokemon Go to teach and learn English. So this is very important because some of our students do not like English. So this is a good idea to encourage our students to write something, to learn something about English, or to speak in front of the large classes. And they are gonna feel secure talking about his or her Pokemon. Teachers encourage students to use technology in order to solve doubts, study independently, and practice the language autonomously and interact with classmates. However, not always technology is amazing, because unfortunately it hides a dark and dangerous side as well. According to the text Future Gazing from White and Workel 2013, video games make children more aggressive. The internet facilitates bullying, and technology creates a participatory culture which reduces the power of traditional authorities. Enormously sadly but true, there are some of the disadvantages of using technology, especially in my case, because I teach language to young learners and children. I want to be responsible for my children learn English by using technology, but I would not totally like to be responsible for my learners reflect bad behavior reactions, so that we as teachers should be very, very careful in order to suggest what kind of technology devices or what kind of video games or games students may use to do something in learning process. That is very important to mention, that students are going to use this game for only academic purposes inside and outside the classroom. So we need to make students conscious of many bad behaviors or violent behavior. Using technology and digital resources in your classes to teach, especially to young learners or teenagers, is wonderful, and it's very motivating for students and the teachers as well. For example, according to Ashley Wainwright, 2014, she wrote an article on reasons for students to use technology in classes. So in this information based on this author, she mentions that it's very important to use technology or to use technological devices or digital resources in order to make the students to be prepared for the future. So students use technology to learn English and also to learn lifelong. The teacher needs to be very intelligent in order to adapt, modify, or create environments in which a student can use this application or digital resources in order to practice the language and interact with the classmates. So teacher needs to create the atmosphere in order to work with Pokemon Go, in order to work with Spelling Bee Genius, and in order to work with vocabulary or flashcards or printer material. This is all for today. So if you need more information about these wonderful digital resources, I'm gonna leave the links. I'm gonna write the information above my video, and this is all for today. Thanks for watching me, and see you soon.